皆さんこんにちは。三井不動産2023ワールド車椅子ラグビーアジアオセアニアチャンピオンシップ、今日が最終日。この後いよいよ決勝が始まります。日本対オーストラリア、パリパラリンピックに向けた切符一つをかけた戦いが間もなく始まります。さあ、というわけで公式 YouTube チャンネルでは実況あざみ達也でお伝えしてまいります。そして英語放送として WWR 公式 YouTube チャンネルの実況はアレックス、よろしく。
Hello to all of our wheelchair rugby fans from all around the world. We're here for the gold medal game at the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship. We're going to see Japan take on Australia. My name is Alex Hatton. I'm the English commentary, and I'm going to turn it back to you, Tatsuya.
Thank you, Alex. さあ、というわけで日本語放送の解説はこのお二人です。壁谷智重さん、そして渡辺翔太さんです。お二人改めてよろしくお願いいたします。さあ、そしてアメリカの実況は
And on this side, we've got the English commentators. I'm pleased to show you Adam Frost and Makiko Harada. She's going to be joining us today. So, Tatsuya, are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready? All right, let's go.
じゃあ最後に盛り上げていきましょう。皆さんいきますよ。せーの。
One, two, three. Watch out! Here we go. Let's go. And Japan will start things off in this gold medal game against their big rival, Australia. And they're going to play each other for the gold medal here. And Ike to Ikizaki. These two have been playing a good game. And we're off with the gold medal game here. I'm in the booth once again with Adam Frost and Makiko Harada. How are you doing here?
Very well, thank you, Alex. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And Riley Bat tried to get there, but
Ike had gone out of bounds, so they're going to award a penalty.
So an early penalty here. Ike is going to serve his time in the penalty box. And it's going to be Shea Graham who's going to inbound the ball. Got Graham, Edmondson, Riley Bat, and James McCullen starting for Australia. Ike Ikizaki, Wakayama, and Imai for Japan. And both teams with a try each now. Starting this final of the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship. And that's tossed nicely there to Ikizaki.
Yeah, nice give and go exchange there by Hamae and Ike, and obviously Ike found Ikizaki deep. You know, if this is the first game that you've turned into so far at this tournament, anticipating that these teams would be in the final.
Yep.
We have seen a torrid base of tries in the first two games, and no reason to expect anything different in this match.
These two teams have played each other in the last 3 days. On Thursday, they faced each other. Japan won 53-46. On Friday, Japan won once again 57-52. So Japan with 2 wins here. Having said that, though, it's been a very close game until the end.
It's really been a battle of two halves. You know, in both games, Australia actually had the lead at halftime. Game 1 by 3 and game 2 by 1, I believe. And what's really made the difference, I think, is the depth of Japan's lineup. Australia looked to be a little bit fatigued as the games wore on, and probably what made the difference. And we'll see how Australia managed their bench in this game and see if they can keep it close right to the end.
Yep, it's going to be a full team effort playing this game. We've seen playing time from all the different players throughout this tournament. And these two teams, they didn't play against each other yesterday. Japan had already clinched yesterday, so they were able to sort of rest some of their players and put some more time into some of their other players. Australia, on the other hand, did have to clinch playing against New Zealand yesterday. They were able to win there, but had a tough game there. So,
yep, nice job by Ike and Imae to work against Riley there. One of the keys to that is making sure that the low pointer keeps their chair moving, which he was able to do.
And so Edmondson passed that over to Riley Bat. Riley Bat with the speed. Ike trying to keep up with him, but is unable to stop him, and that's Riley Bat. He's going to score the third try, so some 3-3 here.
They both are speedy teams, but it looks like even more faster to begin this game.
The two games that we watched earlier in this tournament, they were very speedy games, but we do feel a bit of a different atmosphere here playing for the gold medal. And the gold medal not just wins them the tournament, but it also gives them a direct ticket to the Paralympics in Paris next year.
Yeah, and a bit of an advantage for the team that does qualify, knowing they're getting in now versus having to wait until the last chance qualifier to guarantee that you've got a spot. So
the last chance qualifier is most likely going to be sometime from February to March next year, you think?
Yeah.
So one of these teams will be going to that, and the other team will have a direct ticket to Paris. But Australia has been struggling against Team Japan the last couple of years. Since their last loss at the Paralympics, they haven't been able to beat the Japanese side. But the two teams are ranked number 2 and number 3. And oh, was blocked by Ike.
Yeah, nice defense by Japan there, and forcing Australia to make their first unforced error of the game, I'll call it, as they did have 4 timeouts.
So that's going to bring in Ozan and Bond for the Australian side. And Japan's going to change all of their players. I believe we have Hashimoto and Shimakawa. Also have Hasegawa and Ogawa.
There's a turnover there.
And wow, yeah. So a quick turnover from this line. Shimakawa's going to take that in.
Japan brought in new lineup here with Hashimoto and Shimakawa.
And Shimakawa is able to push James McCullen outside of the boundary. So
yeah,
going to be awarded a try here. So that's going to put them into an advantage here. They were able to capitalize on that turnover. And that's a long pass from Bradley Batt to Chris Bond.
Nice pass by Batt to a streaking Bond for sure.
We've got a comment from our viewers. Let's go, Chris. And Chris was able to make his first try here. We've got a lot of Aussie fans joining us today for the English commentary here. Cheering on the Steelers. And oh, that's a great pass. And Shimakawa is able to take that to Hashimoto for the try.
Yeah, very exciting play by both teams and well appreciated by the crowd here.
Yep. Yes, it's been a gold medal match worthy crowd here. It's very electric in here. And you can see a lot of the fans have the same red t-shirt. We're cheering on the Japanese squad, but we do have also some fans with the yellow shirts, the yellow and green shirts, and an inflatable kangaroo, I think, somewhere in the stands as well. So we've got the Aussie squad definitely cheering on for the Steelers here in the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium.
Yeah, I'd say they have about 12 fans over there, and if you count the kangaroo.
Yep. And that's Shimakawa with a try. So Japan is able to keep their 2-try lead here. And James McCullen is going to inbound this one. Pass it over to Chris Bond. And Chris Bond able to make it across the line there. Some good pressure there from Riley Batt. Opened up some space. And Ozan was doing a good job protecting him, but that's turned over as well. And Hashimoto is going to take that. Hashimoto really moving fast. And he gets right past Batt and Bond. And wow, that speed from Hashimoto.
Yeah, great job by Shimakawa to get that ball out of Bond's lap. And then we've seen that from Hashimoto all weekend long. You know, just that determination.
Yeah, and fearless.
So Shimakawa with the veteran mindset. He knows exactly what's going to happen. And Hashimoto with the young speed and power and the mindset. You can really see his heartful plays throughout the whole tournament, but you can see it really well, especially today, coming into the big game in the finals. And I'm sure he's definitely enjoying this really electric crowd here in the arena. And is he going to be able to get that across? But that pass is incomplete. Wasn't quite able to get it to Hashimoto.
Yeah, a little behind Hashimoto there. And Japan gives back one of the turnovers, one of the 2 turnovers they've been able to create against Australia so far.
So this is going to bring in Seiya Norimatsu and Kai Kurahashi.
Yeah, KO already getting everybody into this game early, making sure that everybody gets a chance to make an impact and get into the game.
Right.
So
it is a bit of a different atmosphere compared to all the other games, so it would be good to get everyone sort of adjusted to this in the first period. Bringing all the players, and that's passed over to Shimakawa, who's able to cross the line there. So Japan still able to keep the 2-try lead here. And that's going to bring in McCullen again. for the inbound. And Pat and Bond really moving quickly to try and find the right space, but Bond is able to get to that. Hashimoto put some good pressure, but Bond, and that's Shimakawa comes in from behind, puts pressure on Bond there.
Yeah, that's the second time he's managed to get the ball off his lap after Australia came close to not actually being able to get that ball in there. That was very close to the 10-second count, I thought.
So some good defensive plays here from the Japanese side. And Shimakawa almost got to that one again, but Riley Batt's able to keep on to that.
Yeah, Shimakawa seems very determined to get himself to another Paralympic Games here.
Yep, definitely. Shimakawa has been to 5 Paralympics already, starting in 2004. He's been to every one of them since. And I'm sure he'd love to go to the one next year as well. And Hashimoto with the quick speed there, but
no, bit of a young person's mistake there, as Hashimoto's called for 10 seconds no dribble.
Okay. So Hashimoto is supposed to dribble the ball, or else he has to pass within 10 seconds, but he was unable to do so. She's going to call a violation, and that's going to overturn the ball to Australia. So Australia is going to try and take advantage of this Japanese mistake here and try to tie things up with about 2.5 minutes left in this first period. And Riley Batt gets around everyone and gets right past Hashimoto there. So no one was able to stop Riley Batt there. He was quick.
Yeah, lots of space to work, and as we've pointed out before, very hard to stop Riley when he's got open court to work with.
Definitely. So considered one of the, if not the best player in this sport.
Oh yeah,
right?
For last decade he dominated this sport, if not longer. So Shimakawa knocked Edmondson out of bounds there, so that'll be a penalty against him, and Japan will get an opportunity for a new try clock and take a 1-try lead.
So Edmondson's gonna spend some time in the box, and Japan is gonna bring in the Ike Ikezaki combination along with Hasegawa.
I believe it's like the 4th substitution already made within 6 minutes.
Yep, they're making some quick substitutions here, which I guess maybe would allow for the players to really make some fast runs and then go back and take a breather and then go back out. And and Japan's really able to do that, though, because of the depth that they have with all these different players who are able to play very well with each other. And this is none other than the Ike Ikezaki combination. They are not new to playing with each other. Been playing with each other for a long time.
Yeah, it looks like that they were just thinking ahead there to the end of this quarter and putting themselves in what they think is the best position to score the last goal.
Right. And that's Riley Batt speeding his way through everyone. Some good aggressive plays from his teammates and allows for an open space. And with Riley Batt's speed and power, he's able to make it all the way across the court and take it in for the try. And wow, that's a nice pass from Ike. And Ikezaki speeds through for the 12th try of this first period.
I'm sure we'll see that combination quite a bit. Ike to Ikezaki for some quick goals.
And so a very exciting first period here with 1.5 minutes left.
Yeah, as you can see on your screen there, Japan employing a triple defense. And
that's overturned.
It worked for them. They created the turnover, 1-on-2.
So Japan regains that 2-try lead. And that's another turnover. Ikezaki is able to stop that. Passes it over to Ike. And Ikezaki stops Edmondson. And that's going to give Japan a 3-try lead late in this first period.
Yeah, this line is having a lot of success against this Australian line at the moment.
So 2 consecutive turnovers, and that's almost a third one there.
Yeah, a little unfortunate that they weren't able to create another turnover. And it looks like Coach Duberly has seen enough of that and will make a substitution.
Yep, so that's going to bring in number 12, Shea Graham.
Perhaps a bit more of a range on the inbound here, see if they can get the ball in a little bit easier.
Right, they don't want to create another turnover here, so makes a pass there to Riley Bat. But Riley Bat is being trapped by the Ike Ikazaki combination. He makes it a long pass to McQuillan, who is unable to get to that. And that's a third turnover here. And that's Norimatsu to Ikazaki. And that puts a 4-try lead for Japan. And they're able to get it on the 54-second mark, too.
Yeah. Australia needs to remember that they have lots of timeouts still. And, you know, they don't need to force these passes. They've still got all 4 timeouts on the bench and on the court.
And Edmondson trying to find some space. Riley Bat. Steelers haven't been able to get a try in the last minute and a half here, and Bat is able to make it across the line there as he is tumbled over, and they're gonna.
The referee does appear to have just called a spinning foul and a penalty try in that situation. I didn't see the flagrant foul symbol, although I think Riley was trying to talk him into it while he was lying on his back there.
So a try has been awarded to the Australian team. So Japan's going to try and get the last try here in this first period to secure a 4-try lead. It's going to be a really good start for this Japanese team as they try to win the gold medal here at this home game here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. And that's passed very nicely to Norimatsu, who is able to get a try.
Nice positioning by Norimatsu there to be available for the pass.
And that's batted all the way across the court and into the stands. And that's not going to be a souvenir for the fans. He's going to throw it back into the court. But a great start here in the first period for Japan. And it's 16-12. And we'll be right back after the 3-minute break. And a great start for Japan. A tough start for Australia in the first period. Got a 4-try difference here. Australia's going to start things off. They're going to want to diminish their deficit to 3 tries here early on in the second period.
Yeah, we'll see if Coach Duberly was able to settle his lads down there a bit and refocus them, because it did seem like they made a couple of focus errors towards the end of that quarter there.
So Jaden Warren, who's going to start this second period, makes the first try here. He is joined by Jay Cow, who's also making his first appearance here in this game. And so we've got the Hashimoto, Shimakawa, Kurahashi, and Norimatsu line starting for Japan in the second period, and they're able to score a try here, keeping that 4-try lead.
This line was very effective in the first quarter, creating turnovers, I thought.
Yeah.
So see if they can get a few more off the Australians.
Definitely. Shimakawa was very effective in sort of stealing the balls.
Yeah, yeah.
And Jaden Warren's going to be met with no opposition there, though, as he is able to make his way across.
Good start for Australia. They seem to have settled down a little bit, and see if they can get back into their flow or continue to stay in this flow.
Yep, Australia is going to have to try and force a couple of mistakes from Japan. So they're going to have to be playing out their top game here, which I'm sure they're looking to do in this gold medal match for the Asia-Oceania Championship.
Very aggressive defensive transition by Japan here. And they actually get Riley off the court to inbound the ball, which is a small victory.
And passes that to Jane Warren, who quickly returned it back to that. And Jay Cow is able to get to that, and he's going to score the try there. So some quick tries from both sides here.
Nice job by Howe to reel that ball in. Looked like it might take an odd hop on him right at the end there.
And that's another long pass made to Hashimoto, who is able to score the try here. He's had 70 tries in this tournament. That's the second most for Team Japan, with Ikizaki being the most, scoring the most tries with 71. And that was a bit of a dangerous pass, but Riley Batt's able to hold on to that and then pass it back to Jaden Warren.
Nice job by Australia to get that ball over half, and nice job on defense by Hashimoto. He was really driving into McQuillan and stopping his flow there and making it tough for Warren to move that ball up the court.
But Hashimoto is able to make use of the open space and tosses it over to Shimakawa, who's going to take it over the line for their 20th try. So the try difference stays the same. Each team being able to make tries without any errors so far in this second period. And Riley Batt's being blocked there by Shimakawa, but Gene Warren does a good job of sticking to him.
Legal use of hands there by number 13, Shimakawa. Penalty try for Australia. Oh.
Yep, so Australia has been awarded a try there. And they're going to, Norimatsu is going to inbound the ball here. And Kurahashi sticking to Riley Batt, making sure he can't get anywhere, and that opens up space for Hashimoto to get there. And Norimatsu was able to come back from the inbound and make a good pressure on the Australian offense and open up enough room for Hashimoto, who makes it past Riley Batt and Jaden Warren and able to make the 21st try here.
Yeah, really nice moving screen there by Norimatsu against the two Australian high pointers, and then some very nice moves by Hashimoto to finish off the play.
And Shimakawa almost got to that, but Riley Batt is both strong and fast and able to get to that.
Looks like Australia's going to change up their tactics a bit here and see if their key defense can stop this Japanese attack.
So going to allow the Japanese team to come right in, but create little space. But Shimakawa was able to keep Jaden Warren away, along with Kurahashi. And that opened up enough space for Hashimoto to make it through. So both teams with some good offense here in the second period. And wow, the speed of Riley Bat there. Once he was able to find that opening, he just went straight through.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And as you mentioned, mistake-free quarter so far by both teams.
Yep.
So score remains at the same spread. And we'll wait for our first turnover and see if which team can take advantage of that.
But Hashimoto is able to complete the try there. So still no turnovers in this period. So the score is still at a 4 try difference. And Riley Bat looking for some space. Gets a nice pass to Jaden Warren.
Yeah, good spot for him to be in there, be available for the pass.
And back over to Riley Bat. Some hard pressure there from Norimatsu. Hashimoto also getting in there, but Jaden Warren was able to make himself free. But that was a really good stop there by Kurahashi.
Yeah.
And it's a good defense there from Shimakawa as well, but I believe that was McCullen who was able to open up the space there.
Yeah, sealed that far corner, and Riley was able to find the spot as the 40-second try clock was starting to get low.
So yeah, good pressure from McCullen allowed for that scored try, but then Japan comes back right away with another try. So we've really been going back and forth.
Yeah, this pace may be favoring Japan a little bit, given what we've seen in past games and their depth, but I guess time will tell.
Right. If Japan is able to keep this up with their lead, and that's a hard fall for Hashimoto there.
Yeah, lucky that wasn't an offensive foul against Howes. It looked like he did catch the back part of Hashimoto's wheel. But fortunately for Australia, it remains their ball.
And Japan's going to take this time to switch out their players. Really great job from this line, though. And they're going to allow them to take a bit of a break here and bring in the Ike, Ikezaki, Wakayama, and Imai line, who started this game. And Riley Bat's able to get through there with his speed. And yeah, we've got some support for Jaden Warren here in our comments. Been playing very well in this second period.
Yeah, Jaden has definitely gotten better as this tournament has gone on. I thought he struggled a little bit in the first game, but probably some rust as he hadn't played at this level in quite some time. But it looks like he's settled in and he's certainly performing well for Australia so far in this game.
So very key to have Jaden Warren play well. It allows for some of the other players like Bond and Bat to take a little bit of time off and get a breather here and there. And that's a good pass there from Bat to Warren. They've been playing very well together in this second period. So really so far a perfect second period. And that's a nice long pass there into Ikezaki.
Well, the more we say perfect period, the more we are likely to jinx them and somebody will turn it over, so keep it up.
So that's inbounded to Jaden Warren. He's going to try and get past Ikezaki, but Ikezaki's putting a lot of pressure. And
yeah, good timeout by him. That's a tough one-on-one for him to beat without any help. So, you know, he needed one of these low pointers really to be there to help him up the court.
So Australia using their first of 4 30-second timeouts there.
Yeah, on the bright side of not using any of them in the first quarter, they still do have all 4.
Right. This could be very vital going into the game. The more timeouts they have, they may be able to capitalize on those opportunities later in the game. So we'll see sort of how that turns out.
So both teams are bringing in new lines or new players on. So both teams have high-low lineups.
Right. Yep. So Japan has Norimatsu and Hasegawa joining the Ike Ikazaki combination.
Yeah, let's see if Chris Bond has a bit better of a second quarter here. I thought, I don't know if he played poorly, but could have done a bit better job of protecting that ball against Shimakawa.
Yep, so we've got the Bat Bond combination. And we've got the Ozan McQuillan combination as well. And we've seen a lot of them throughout the tournament. Ozan and McQuillan have been playing very well defense together as well.
Nice job of McQuillan there to protect that ball against the Japanese pressure.
Yep. But some strong pressure there from Norimatsu and Hasegawa. But Bond finds just a small lane to pass that over to Riley Bath. And Riley Bath's going to take it back. The crowd is really pushing onto the Japanese team to play some good defense. But that's going to award Australia with a try. So we're still at a perfect second period, I believe. I'm going to keep saying that for a while. And that's Ikazaki to Ike, making it 27-23. I'm seeing a real high level here of wheelchair rugby.
Yeah. As
expected from the world ranked number 2 and number 3. And that's a good tackle there from Ikazaki, but able to get it to Bond, and they're going to start going into the time management here.
Yeah, already conscious of that clock. It is right now Japan's ball to start the next quarter, so key that Australia scores the last goal if they don't want Japan to take another try lead, and subsequent lead to begin the fourth quarter. It would be Japan's possession, so that could allow that, or Australia's position, excuse me, that could allow Australia to get one try closer, but that's down the road a little bit, obviously.
And so we've got an equipment timeout here. You're going to help Chris Bond with his wheel. The staff members of both benches, and not just the two teams, but for New Zealand and the Korea Republic, who played earlier today for the bronze medal game. New Zealand coming on top for that game earlier. All the staff members have been very vital in helping their players, but looks like they weren't quite able to help Bond out.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot more of a repair there, and Australia will have to make a substitution. They bring out their balanced lineup.
Yep, so that's going to bring Ozan out along with Bond. And going to bring Shea Graham and Edmondson.
Edmondson, he's had a pretty solid tournament this week, you know.
As I said with Michael Todd earlier from New Zealand, who has been in the right time at the right place all the time, I'm been saying a lot of the same thing for Edmondson.
Yeah.
And seeing him positioning very well.
Yeah, he knows his role on this line.
And that's the first mistake, I guess, that we're going to see in this second period.
Yeah, unfortunately, that pass was a little bit behind Graham there. She wasn't able to reel it in, and you know, probably didn't need to force that pass. Could have used one of their timeouts again. So
they do have 3 timeouts left. So
a couple of times we've seen that from Riley now. You know.
So now that gives Japan now a 5-try lead with just a minute left to go here in the first half. And a lot of support here from the Japanese fans here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. But that's passed nicely to Edmondson, who was once again in the right place. He's able to get that across the trial line with 50 seconds left. So Japan going to possibly use a timeout here, Paul. They've got 4 timeouts left.
Yeah, I think that's probably a smart move on their part.
By doing so, they should be able to secure a 5-try lead.
With the ball to start the third quarter, like we mentioned a few moments ago.
And yep. Ikizaki calls for that timeout. So that's going to be the first of 4 30-second timeouts. So that's going to allow Japan to use up the rest of the second half to secure the last try and score their 30th try of this first half.
Well, this will be the biggest lead we've seen for either team heading into half.
Right.
So good job by Japan so far, I suppose.
Yep. And you can hear the countdown, not just from the bench, but from all the fans as well. And and makes it right through with 1.8 seconds left.
Yeah, well done by Shimakawa to find that far corner. And really nice job by Kurahashi to seal it off and make sure that that couldn't get over there to stop him.
So Japan with the 5-try lead in this first half. They're going to be going into the second half with a big advantage. Having said that, though, Australia did have a lead in some of the earlier games in this tournament, and Japan was able to turn things around later in the game. So we'll see what the second half has for us, but before that, we're going to take a 10-minute break. So we'll be back with you after the break.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and
And a great crowd here in the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium for the gold medal game. We're here for the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship. Japan taking on Australia. The first half ended with Japan at 30 and Australia 25. Japan taking an early lead. And I'm here once again with Adam and Makiko.
Hello again, everybody.
Hello,
welcome to the second half. Nice job there by Shimakawa to move that ball to Hashimoto as he was coming out of his chair. I thought he was going to call a timeout, but and maybe thought about it, but obviously he was able to make the pass instead.
Right. So we've got the Shimakawa, Hashimoto, and Hasegawa, and Ogawa lineup.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So in the far corner there, I couldn't quite see his hair. It's very easy to tell Ogawa with the red hair that he has. And that's a good try for Hashimoto.
Yeah.
And he makes a speedy way back to defense to keep Chris Bond. And we're starting the second half here for Australia with the bat ball combination. And I think we've got Emily Miller.
Yeah, Emily Miller and Howe are out there.
Right? Yep. So Emily Miller is going to start this second half here for Australia.
It's a good start for Australia. They're going to need to create some turnovers, and getting one of Japan's timeouts out is a nice step towards that.
Yep, we've got something in the comments as well. It says, come on, Steelers, need to force some turnovers. So
I 100% agree.
yeah. That's the only way that Australia's going to be able to get back into this game. For Japan, though, they're going to have to just stick to their game. Make sure they don't do too much. And not fall into the hands of the Australian defense. And play some wise rugby here.
So nice job by Australia's defense there. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to try to get Japan to pass the ball into their low pointers, because that's where you have a good chance of perhaps getting a turnover or a mistake. So if they're able to continue to do that, that improves their chances. They're going to need to be a little bit cleaner on their inbounds, though.
Yep, so Ike was able to sort of get there to help him out, but if the Australian side is able to trap some of the low pointers there, that will allow for them to try and get a possible turnover. And that's a long pass. And Bond's going to be able to get to that.
Yeah, good job by Riley there to put that ball into open space where New Bond was going to be the first one to wheel onto it. And sure enough, he was. Himae just doesn't have the speed to get
Keep
there.
Up to that.
Yeah.
Well, there's not too many players that have the speed to be able to keep up with Chris Bond.
I think Japan took just a team time out there.
Yep, so the head coach for Japan.
Was that to make subs?
Yeah, or Ikizaki was trapped in the corner, so maybe
Yeah.
they are making some subs probably, but just try to get that.
So head coach Kevin Orr for Team Japan has called a timeout. And this is going to be his last game, I believe, for the coaching Team Japan.
Yeah, Kevin Orr did announce on Instagram a couple of days ago that he's decided to step down. This is his last game, so, you know, big congratulations to him and best wishes and whatever it is that he moves on to. Obviously, Japan has been a great team the last few years under his stewardship, and
so the Japanese team definitely want to not only sort of win the tournament and secure a spot for the Paralympics, but they do definitely want to send Kevin Orr off with a big W.
Yep. Kevin Nord, Coach Orr, had a press conference in that. He said that this team has been a great team and it wants to prove that this is the best team in the world. He believes that's the case. So far they're proving that, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, there's no reason to believe that they are not right now. They are certainly dominating the last World Championships at this point.
Yep, definitely playing up to those words is Team Japan in this game. And not just in this game, but throughout the whole tournament. They've won every single game coming into this game, so they're looking to do the same and end the tournament in a perfect record. And some strong defense there. Norimatsu, Ikizaki, and Ike all trapping Riley Bat there.
Yeah.
Great hustle by Ike to stop Riley Bat there.
Yeah. We've seen Riley make his way through gaps like that plenty of times so far in this tournament, but wasn't able to complete it there. And then great job by Japan to surround him and not let him out of the key and force him to use that timeout.
And we can hear a very young fan right behind us who is shouting "Ganbare," and that means "Let's go" in Japanese. It's another. There's a couple of expressions in Japanese that's "Let's go." We've been saying "Washoi" throughout the whole tournament. The arena announcer has been sort of getting everyone to say "Washoi," and everyone has the cards that say "Washoi" on them. So
it's really been a great crowd so far today.
Definitely.
After the last game ended, you know, the cameras had turned off. Team New Zealand was having their end of their game debrief, and the whole crowd joined in on them, in with them, and celebrated, and then gave them a ovation right at the end. It was very nice to see.
That definitely gave me some goosebumps on my arms, and it was a very nice sight and really electric crowd here who's enjoying the game. And some of the results of this tournament has been making big news in Japan. Some of the key TV stations showing the results in their sports news section. And I believe a lot of people have been seeing that and anticipating Japan to secure a spot in the Paralympics, which if they keep it up, they should be able to do today. And there's a lot of media here today for the game as well. Got a lot of people with cameras on the sidelines getting footage of the game here. But most importantly, got a lot of people here in the arena. And it's great to have a great game with a great atmosphere. And I definitely believe that it's something that the players are definitely enjoying as well.
Yeah.
And so Ike trying to find an opening there, but wasn't able to do so, so he's going to call a timeout. Smart play there. He tossed the ball over, which hit the referee in the back.
Yeah, I was just to add on to your comment there. You know, I've coached in front of a home crowd, and I've seen it sort of have an adverse effect on. And I was wondering, I was a little concerned for Team Japan whether or not they would, be a little bit nervous performing in front of their home crowd. But it seems to have had the opposite effect on them. They are certainly performing at an elite level at the moment.
They're, if anything, they're feeding off the energy here in the arena. Using the atmosphere to their advantage. So you can say that we've got the home advantage here for Japan.
Okay, Japan running out of time on the try clock here.
And Norimatsu was pushed over across the line. He was able to take the timeout right before that.
So those are 2 consecutive timeouts there from Japan. So that's going to run out the timeouts for...
Yeah, last timeout used, and 15 seconds on the try clock for them to attempt to score a try now. So,
but a smart move there. They don't want to create any early turnovers here.
Yeah, smart move there, and also good news for Australia if they're in their attempt to get back in this game, because now that Japan doesn't have any timeouts, they're going to be forced to make plays when they get into trouble, and that can go that can be a good thing for the defense.
Yep, definitely. So Japan with just 10 seconds here to score a try, but the Australian defense doing a really good job keeping everyone out and not able to get to that.
Yeah, EK was out of across the try line there, so that was going to be a return over regardless, but Australia ball in the corner.
So Australia managed to get a turnover here.
So yeah, that's their first turnover of this tournament, so they should be able to pull it into within 4, and as we mentioned before, as it stands right now, they do have the ball to start the fourth quarter, so opportunity to gain at least one more try.
Right. So the Steelers are taking a step closer to trying to catch up to Japan in this third quarter.
Yeah, like Adam said earlier, Edmondson has been playing really well. He was able to push that across the line, center line, and then secure the ball. When Riley is stopped by 2 high pointers, that's the important part.
And a nice toss there over to Edmondson.
Yeah, nice chair control by Edmondson there to be able to pull that ball in.
So now this makes this a 4-try game. So Australia was able to capitalize on that turnover. Japan's going to have to be careful not to make too many more mistakes in this game. And some hard hits there against Shimakawa. Really strong hit there from Josh Nicholson. But Shimakawa is able to find the space as he was met with some support from Norimatsu and Ike.
Yeah, Australia is working really hard on defense. They're trying to create turnovers. Seems like they have a little bit of belief that they might be able to come back in this game.
Yep. And yeah, that was a good pass there over to Riley Batt, who's going to take it over the line there. And they're going to keep the 4-try difference here. Nike makes a long pass to Shimakawa. Ooh. And wow, that was very close, but barely kept it in.
Almost, yeah. Nice job by Edmondson to get his hand in on that pass. And unlucky it didn't bounce their way.
Yep. So Japan able to score a try there. And the speed there from Riley Batt. Ike trying to keep up. And Shimakawa has to turn around to keep up with Riley Batt there. A lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, it seems like Riley's been able to reset from a couple of the errors I thought he made in the first quarter. Nice job there not to attack right up that sidelines. Looked like he was running out of space.
His level of concentration has definitely gone up here in the third period, and he's playing really well, but some good defense here from the Japanese side.
So penalty try for Australia there, and a bit of a broken play. See the panic setting in.
Yep, Riley Batt pretty much sort of just pushed the ball into Edmondson's hands there.
Yep.
And Norimatsu was knocked over during that play, so they're going to help him up.
Well, all Riley had to do was really wheel towards the fallen player at that point, and they would have blown the whistle and given them a new shot clock. So it's a hard thing to remember in the middle of all that excitement, though.
And we've got Shimakawa looking for an opening on this near side. But Riley Batt doing a good job keeping with him.
Oh, equipment.
And we've got an equipment timeout.
Yeah, that'll give Japan new 40-second try clock here, so allow them to perhaps kill a few more seconds before they attempt to score if they want to. Time is against Australia at the moment.
And so now we're down to the last 2 minutes of this third period in the gold medal match against Japan and Australia. Shimakawa looking for an opening. And able to get it over to Ike, but good defense there from Ozan.
Yeah, but Australia, all 4 of them are right in the key there.
They,
Too excited.
yeah, they all went into play some solid defense, but a little too solid.
But as you pointed out, really nice job by Ozan before that happened to stop Ike from crossing the try line.
So this is going to give Japan another chance with the shot clock that's reset, and also with Josh Nicholson in the box. So Japan's going to use their time wisely here. And Ike with the try with 1 minute and 42 seconds left to go. So that brings Nicholson back in, who's going to be the one to cash the inbound, who passes it along to Riley Bat right away, who's able to throw it down the line, but that is too far for Edmondson to catch up to.
Yeah, Riley didn't put that ball in a spot where Edmondson would be able to wheel onto it, and I was actually surprised he didn't put the ball in his lap and try and push it out. Started looking for that pass a little bit early.
Right.
Of course, they do have that one final timeout.
So with 1.5 minutes left here in the third period, Shimakawa has been playing a large portion of this third period along with Ike.
Yeah.
Possibly sort of keeping the speeds of Hashimoto and Ikizaki maybe for the final quarter, the final period, I should say.
Yeah, so Riley was playing a pretty aggressive defense there, and his momentum did take him out of bounds through the try post, so he will be in the penalty box here. And once again, Japan will have the opportunity to slow things right down and use up all of this try clock if they want to. It's really tough for teams to play defense or aggressive defense at least while they've got a player in the penalty box, especially a player like Riley. Oh, but they're going to score early.
Yep, so they're going to take it at the 54-second mark to try to secure the last try of this period. And the Australian head coach, Brad Doublery, is going to call for a timeout here. So they have 60 seconds to get a quick breath and discuss how they're going to play the rest of the 54 seconds here.
Well, if I was Brad, I think that I would use my final timeout and secure last goal. You need turnovers, and it's a guaranteed +1 if you score last try of this quarter, assuming there's no jump balls. So I think that that's probably the discussion they're having, but time will tell.
So we'll see if Australia is going to do that with Chris Bond, who's going to inbound the ball with 54.6 seconds left in this third quarter. Inbound it to Riley Bat. He's going to make it across the halfway line first. And yep, it looks like he's going to take his time here, so most likely going to run out the clock, as you said, Adam.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a guaranteed +1 if you score it.
Right.
So you got to take those.
Well, with this score, they're definitely going to have to try and get any advantage that they can. It's going to be a tough fourth period for Australia. And they do call the timeout here with 1 second left on the try clock and 15.6 on the game clock. So that's going to give them the rest of the period to secure the last try here.
Yeah, so obviously Australia want to score as close to 0 as they want, and then once they do score, it's important that they quickly get back on defense and don't allow any long passes to a breaking Shimakawa, because that's the one way you can get burned in these scenarios.
So an important play here. Oh, and the pass is over the head of Kalibat.
Yeah, well, you know, that's unfortunate. That's not how you want to score last goal. But, you know, Riley wasn't close enough to the inbounder. And Chris really didn't have much choice but to try to make that long pass, right? You've got to transition closer to your inbounder when there's goals on the sidelines because they can't move. So.
And that's going to allow for Masayuki Haga, the vice captain, to score a try there.
Now Japan is going to get another inbound with 3 seconds to go, right on the Australian try line. So gone from bad to worse here for Australia, as they may give up 2 last goals instead of scoring the last goal. Last try, excuse me.
So a couple of mistakes here late in the third period for Australia. And this allows for Japan to score the 41st try. So Australia was looking good at one point. They did force a turnover and looked like they could secure the last try, but instead they made a couple mistakes, and now we're at 41 Japan, 33 Australia. It's going to be a tough game for Australia going into the fourth period, but we'll be back with you after the 3-minute break. And we're here for the final period. And that's Shaden Warren there. He's going to take it over the try line there. And Australia going to start things off here in the fourth period.
Yeah, good start for Australia after a bit of a sloppy finish to the third quarter there. down by 7, but of course Japan has the opportunity to make it an 8-try game here, which they do.
Yep, and that's Ikizaki with the try there. And we've got Jake Howe with Jaden Warren and Ozan and Riley Batt. Going into this fourth quarter, or fourth period I should say, for the gold medal match against Japan and Australia. And while a big cheer there from the crowd as that's turned over, Hashimoto with his speed, and Norimatsu there to help him out. And finally to Ikizaki. He's gonna score the try there.
Yeah, I think the Australians are just trying a little bit too hard now. Their spacing wasn't very good on that particular press break, and when all 4 offensive players are within arm's reach of each other, it makes it much easier for defense to do what they're trying to do.
So Ikizaki passed a nice slow pass down the court, and Hashimoto's there to pick that up.
Yeah, really nice job by Hashimoto there to get wheel position on, chair position on Riley Batt. And obviously once that pass was made, there was only one person who was going to get to that ball first.
Yep.
So good job by him.
So some early tries here and a turnover as well. And Jane Warren's going to try and find the opening there. Jake Howe along with him to block Ikizaki. And that's passed over to Riley Batt, who can't get to it. So another mistake here from the Australian side.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, Australia was in trouble there, and you know, Warren just needs to be a little bit more patient.
Right.
He can't throw that ball just as Riley is at center because obviously he's got to wait a moment and let him get his chair right across that line, because it's too difficult to make plays right on that center line, because you'll just end up over and back.
So with this score, it's a little bit difficult, but you do have to try and stay patient.
Oh yeah, it's much easier to sit up here and point out to make the decisions in real time down there on the court.
Right. Yep, we do have an overall view of the court. Got some really good seats here. And Ikizaki is going to take his time here as Jaden Warren spends some time in the penalty box. And that's going to run down the clock, and Ikizaki crosses the try line. And the Steelers are going to take their final head coach timeout, I believe. And that's going to change Riley Batt to Chris Bond as well.
Yeah, going to try a different look here for Australians. See if Coach Dooley can find a way to find a lineup that's going to get his team back in this game.
So Jane Warren with the strong hit there, makes a nice pass to Chris Bond. But Chris Bond getting a lot of pressure there from Ikizaki and Hashimoto and Norimatsu. But they managed to get it over to Jane Warren, who gets it over to Jake Howe.
Yeah, nice job on spacing there by Jake Howe, who's all alone down by the try line, and reasonably easy catch and score for him.
Yep. All the Japanese players were pretty much sort of concentrated. Oh, and that's a turnover.
Nice anticipation by Warren to jump in that passing lane. So,
yeah, Jane Warren made a quick turn there and caught the Japanese team by surprise. And that was a good pass, but Hashimoto couldn't quite get his hands on the ball.
There you go. Warren's got his fingerprints on 2 turnovers back to back.
Back to back, yep.
And Kevin Orr is not going to take any chances and come back with a different line here. Although a line we haven't seen so far today, a 3-2-2.5 line.
So that's going to bring back Ike and Shimakawa, and it's going to bring in Nakamachi as well. And that's a nice pass made to Bond. So the Warren Bond line here. It's been putting on some nice plays. And he's able to make it across the line there. Shunya Nakamachi.
Yeah, nice job by Nakamachi.
Uh-huh.
It's difficult to sit on the bench for
Uh-huh.
3.5 quarters
Uh-huh.
almost,
Yep.
and then come out and have to make an impact. And good job for him by doing
Yep.
that.
Showing his talent here in the fourth quarter.
Nice pass by Warren. Put it in a spot where only Bond could catch
Yep.
it.
And a lot of pressure on Bond there. And he lobs it over into the middle. And Jake Howe tried to get there, but good defense by Kaya Kurahashi.
Yeah, it does look like it went off Kurahashi though, so Australia will maintain possession with 16 seconds to go on the try clock.
So we'll see if Australia is able to get a quick try here with just 10 seconds left now. And Chris Bond trying to find some space, but they're not going to be able to find any space. And 2, 1, and
Looks like they're waving that off. The try clock did go off before Warren did cross the line. But don't forget that it's got to be the big wheels that cross the line, not the anti-tippers. They are considered safety devices and not technically part of the chair for scoring tries.
So the Japanese crowd happy with that call. The inflated kangaroo not so happy with that one though. Nakamachi puts that into Ike. And Ike speeds past Jaden Warren and Jake Howe and Ozan. Met by Chris Bond, but not able to stop him there either. So Ike gets past all 4 players there and able to put it in for the 47th try. Putting Japan at a 9-try lead with 4 minutes left, so they're looking.
Well, nice stuff there. Create that turnover.
Yep. It's a good turnover and also a equipment timeout. The staff members are going to come out and help Shimakawa out. And Nakamachi is going to inbound it to Shimakawa, who just got a new wheel.
Nice seal by Kurahashi. And
there it
easy
is.
goal for Japan.
Yep.
Easy try for Japan.
Yep, Kurahashi definitely playing her position well. And the crowd is clapping along, anticipating a gold medal for Japan now. With Japan now with a 10-try lead with just over 3.5 minutes left to go. And Jane Warren was able to stay up and get across the line there.
Yeah, nice stability by Warren to maintain balance while he was wobbling across the try line.
Yeah, just made it across. And that was a good pass there from Ike to Shimakawa. And I think we heard the air run out of the wheel there.
Yeah, back-to-back flats by Shimakawa.
Gonna have to give him another wheel there. And that's passed over to, that's a long pass. Nice pass by Warren.
Yeah, I think that Team Japan lost a little bit of focus there on their defensive transition.
Yep.
Taking too much of a breather. Not that that will make a big difference at this point in the game.
Right.
But
both teams playing hard until the end. And they want to really show a good game right until the end for this electric crowd here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. And that pass is incomplete, and it's going to turn that over to Japan. So Nakamachi with the inbound there, over to Shimakawa. And into Ike, who caught that, and back to Shimakawa. He's pushed in for the try.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that big target in the key when you got to throw it over top of people. So nice job, nice exchanges by Shimakawa and Ike there.
So Australia putting up some nice plays here, but had a couple errors in the second and third periods that looks like they're gonna it's gonna cost them this game and the tournament.
Yeah, well, I was saying to you, Alex, during the break there that, you know, if you're an optimist, you know, obviously Australia is not having the game that they liked, but a lot of the mistakes that they've made, I think, are very correctable.
Right.
So,
Yep,
you
they'll
know,
be able to.
If they were to play this game again, it's not like
Right. Well,
they couldn't have a chance. Yeah.
We said yesterday, I said you have to learn from your mistakes, but you told me you don't learn from your mistakes. You learn by reflecting on your mistakes, and that's what Australia is going to have to do after this game. And when they go back to Australia, they're going to review what they did good in this game, what they didn't do too well in this game, and hopefully bring that into the preliminary rounds.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll be hitting on all cylinders at the Paralympic qualifier, and you know, when they eventually do qualify for the Paralympics, because I'm pretty confident they will. I'm sure they will be a team to be reckoned with, regardless of how they're performing today.
And we've got an equipment timeout here. I think that's for Shimakawa once again, who's been having a little bit of trouble with his wheels the last couple minutes. And Japan is going to use their final head coach timeout. Kevin Orr is going to call the final timeout here for Team Japan.
Yeah, give Hashimoto here, and the last couple of minutes of this game in this tournament, he's played very well and deserves to be out there, I think, for the end.
And we got to give a shout out to the head coach, Kevin Orr, as he plays his last minute and a half here with Team Japan.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, you know, Kevin Orr has steered this team to a lot of success over the last few years, and I think that this might be one of the most dominant games they've played against Australia since he took over. So, you know, obviously it's not ending with a Paralympic gold, but ending on about as high a note as you can, given this level of competition.
Right. So Japan's going to be able to award their head coach with a final win, and also secure a championship for the Asia-Oceania Championship.
Yeah.
We've had a great 4 days here of some really great games. Not just between these two teams, we've seen a lot of sort of fast-paced and really good games from Australia and Japan playing against each other, but we've seen a lot of good rugby as well from the New Zealand team and the Korea Republic team. And this is going to be a tournament to remember for everyone. As Chris Bond throws it into Jaden Warren, who gets another try on the books there. And we're down to the last minute for the gold medal game. And the crowd, I think it's the loudest it's ever been in the last 4 games. So we count down the seconds to Japan securing the gold and securing a spot in the 2024 Paris Paralympics.
It's certainly been the loudest adult crowd that we've had. It doesn't hold a candle to the 10-year-olds and their enthusiasm in some of the early games. But yeah,
we've had some
tremendous support, and
had
everybody.
some great crowds over the past couple days.
Yeah.
Some of the games, we had some elementary school children from the Tokyo area who were invited to watch the games, and they created a very good atmosphere, and I'm sure it's a really good experience for them as well. And we also had a good game on some of the Friday night as well, and Saturday.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
been a great pleasure to work with you over these last few days, Alex.
Well, I've got to say the same to you, both of you, Adam and Makiko. And it's a little sad that this tournament's going to be ending in just 10 seconds here. But all things come to an end when you're having fun. Time flies.
And I see Kevin and the players of the Japanese teams hugging on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. It's, I said the other day that Kevin is quite a passionate coach, and I'm sure this is a very emotional moment for him. So congratulations to Team Japan.
Yeah, congratulations. It's an emotional moment for them, I'm sure.
And let's listen to this crowd as Japan has won the Asia-Oceania Championship for the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Championship. And a huge, huge, huge cheer from the crowd as both teams here, they're going to high-five each other. Japan did come out as the top team, but we definitely have to give credit to both of these teams. Played an exceptional game, not just today, but over the course of the past 4 days. And we can see both smiles and tears from all the players here. A very emotional moment for all the players, all the staff, all the fans. This has been a really great tournament, and we're really glad that you were able to join us here for the English commentary. And we're going to be having the closing ceremony after this. You can watch it on this channel. It's going to be on a different video, so we'll enjoy the crowd here. But maybe I'll ask Makiko and Adam to give us some last words. If you want to reflect back on the tournament.
No, I think that you've said it all there, Alex.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's been a great tournament. It's been a pleasure to be a part of it, and congratulations to all the teams. But of course, special congratulations to Team Japan for qualifying for the Paralympics, and once again to Coach Orr, who's
definitely
ending his great run with this team.
Thanks very much for that. So we brought you live from the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. Once again, I was here with Adam Frost and Makiko Harada. And my name is Alex Hatton. It was a pleasure to bring you the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship to you through the live commentary on YouTube. And enjoy the rest of the sounds from the arena here as the crowd goes wild, celebrating the victory and the perfect win for Japan. Once again, congratulations, Team Japan. Also, great job from Team Australia, Team New Zealand, and Team Korea. And we'll be seeing them in the closing ceremony that you can watch on this channel. You can head over to that video after this one is over. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a splendid Sunday afternoon.